What's going on, guys? It's Tyler with Tyler Talks Travel Trailers here. Ooh, the sun's in my eyes. What I got today for you is some pop-ups. I haven't done very many pop-ups on this channel, and we just got some in, so I wanted to show them to you. Really, they're all a little different in size, different needs. I got the 176 LTD, the 206 LTD, and the 170 OTG. They all have different features and options. I was gonna put all these into one video, but I figured it'd be super long and people might just want to see one specific unit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do them individually, wait till the end of the video, and the other video of the pop-up will be at the end on the end screen. So like always, we're going to do the specs on the first one, and then we'll dive inside. Let's go, guys. So some of your basic specs on this Flagstaff 206 LTD pop-up. Your unloaded vehicle weight is 1,685 pounds. Your cargo carrying capacity is 637 pounds. Your hitch weight is 226 pounds. Your exterior length closed is 13 feet 9 inches. Your exterior length open is 20 feet 2 inches. The box size is 10 feet. The exterior width is 7 feet. Let's jump inside. All right, now that we got the specs done, got the nice sunset going right now out here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're known for our big skies. I've done the OTG, I've done the 176 LTD, and now I'm going to finish off with the 206 LTD. This is going to be the bigger one of the two. So I did all three of them today. I wanted to separate them just so people can visualize them or find them easier and not have to go through a whole video. So the 206 LTD, this is going to be a little bigger than the one I just showed you, or if you watched that last video. You get a little bit bigger beds. You got a little bit of a bigger dinette, counter space. A lot of the features are all going to be the same. This is a fantastic starting travel trailer slash pop-up. If you're just trying to get the family out, see if you enjoy it. This is definitely why we sell pop-ups. We know people, they want to go get a camper, an RV, a travel trailer, but they don't want to go spend 30 grand right off the bat. They want to see if they're going to like it. So that is the purpose of us having pop-ups. They're also super simple to set up. So you can get a travel trailer in this price point, but you're not going to be able to sleep as many people. So that's why people tend to go with the pop-up for their first travel trailer. Pulling out some of the specs for the beds. Let's see here. So to the right, this is going to be the bigger bed. This is a true queen. So this is going to be a 60 by 80 bed. So I'm assuming the adults would be right here. And these are heated mattresses. Really cool. So you can buy the thermostat and you plug it in, and then you can control the temperature. So the whole mattress heats up. The mattress on the behind me for the kids, you're looking at a 48 by 80. So it's about the same size, let's see, as the 176 LTD. It's a little bigger. So the 176 LTD has a 42 by 78 bed. This one's going to be 48 by 80. So if you need a bed that's a little bigger for the kids, this one would work. I definitely think you could fit 2 kids here comfortably, or 1 adult. The pads are super thick on these. When you go look around at pop-ups, check out the pads. Sometimes they are so thin. They're almost useless. I love Flagstaff because they give you a nice thick foam pad to sleep on. You do got a sink. You get a little more counter space on this one than you do on the 176 LTD. When you're ready to store this thing, you pull that lever down so that way you can close it, and you'll see it'll turn the lights off. It's kind of like a safety feature. That way you don't burn a hole in the mattress or something when you collapse it. So once you put this down, it'll activate the lights. So a nice little safety feature there when you're ready to store this thing. Stainless steel sink. This does not have a gray tank, so it just drains right out the side. You can get like a water hose, and then it'll drain out. You have a little storage right here, pretty deep. That goes all the way back. I can barely reach it. So that's good storage right there. You got some more right here, easy access to your plumbing. You can order these with a fridge or without. We sell both ways. Sometimes people just want to get a cooler, and I'll show you why. It's not very big. This is a 12-volt fridge, so it will run off the battery. But as you can see, this isn't really much of a freezer, so I would recommend bringing a cooler along. So you can get it with or without. It does have a gas furnace. That's huge. On the OTG that I did a tour on earlier, it does not have a furnace, so you're getting a lot of upgrades on these two bigger models. So gas furnace, that thing will pump out some heat. You will definitely be warm in this thing. Obviously not as warm as just a normal standard travel trailer. You got tons of counter space right here. They are a little lower. I got to point that out. So it's hard to tell, but it goes to like right where my knee is. So it's not at normal height. So you kind of got to crouch for this countertop, but this one is up to my waist. So it is higher. You don't have to crouch over. But I will point this out. You have a stove top, but it goes outside or inside. It doesn't have a fixed stove top. What you do is you open this, you got some storage, and then you pull this back and you bring your gas line from outside or through here, and you can bring it into this little hole. So then you can bring your stovetop inside if you want. So the reason why I was pointing out that this is a little lower, like down to my knee, you would be crouched a little bit with the stovetop right here, but it's really nice that they give you the option to bring it inside if it's raining or the weather's bad. You do got one plug here, so you can put a coffee pot, Keurig, whatever you like to bring along. You got a utensils drawer. Look at these nice solid, look at this wood, nice wood drawers. You got another one right here. Some more storage, nothing crazy. I do like these bigger countertops in this versus the 176, and then you have another one over here and some storage down here, and you can get to it from that door over here on this side as well. So easy access to the storage from both sides. The one thing I like about the 206 is the dinette feels a little bigger. On the 176, it kind of seems like you maybe would be able to do 2 adults and 2 kids. This one, you could definitely fit 2 adults on this, no problem. A little more comfortable. And the table is different than the 176. So it's actually a standalone table, so you can move it around, which might be handy if you want to bring it outside. The other one, the 176, has the pulls, just like the OTG does. But this does turn into a bed, so it just comes down to these tabs, and then you put the cushions on top. And then your grill, when you're traveling, you'll hook your grill onto this little railing right here. That way it don't fly around while you're driving down the road. I love that they give you plugs by the dinette, so you could see that plug right there in the corner, a standard plug, and then you have USB and USB-C plugs. So those are great because you can actually use those off of the battery, so you don't need to be plugged into shore power or a generator. So if you have kids or someone that wants to charge their phones, they could charge them up real quick. This does have a 100-watt solar panel. So there's your solar charge controller right there. That's going to be very useful for you because it'll basically just trickle charge your batteries and constantly keep them recharged. And that's what runs your lights. So this does not have an AC, so the solar obviously wouldn't run the AC even if you did, but you can add an AC. You would just buy the unit and it would go right here. And the cool thing about this is it's already wired for an AC. So a lot of great features in this floor plan. If you're looking for just a little more floor space, a little bit of a bigger dinette, a little bit bigger of beds, the beds are bigger. You don't get a queen bed in the 176. And I'll let you know the price difference when we get to the end. It's not much of a difference, honestly. So it might be worth going to the bigger one unless you're really limited on weight. You got tons of these curtains. So like I said, it doesn't have an AC, but the great thing about pop-ups is you can open all of these up. And it already has the netting, the screen on it. So you gotta imagine if you open all of these around the entire trailer, you are definitely gonna get some fresh air in here. A lot of people don't tend to have air conditioners on their pop-ups because they're camping up in the high mountains where it's cooler. You can open all these ones too. So you can open them all around this pop-up to let in some nice natural light or fresh air. How fun is it a pop-up camping? I loved it as a kid. I always used to love like when it was raining and you hear it hitting the canvas. So that is definitely another reason why people love pop-ups, because you get that camping feel with a little bit more of a luxury feel as well. You got the heater, you got the dinette, you got the sink. So just a nice way to get off the ground. If you have kids, you know, a lot of people, they start camping with their significant other, and then they eventually have kids and they want to get a pop-up to kind of make them feel a little more comfortable. That's what this is for. Get them out of the element in a warmer area. But really nice, all these windows. I forgot to zip that one up. You're supposed to zip these. It's pretty simple though. And then when you want to put it down, it's very easy. You just get this door and clip it up to there. Pull this down, and then make sure your table is down, and then it'll just collapse in on itself. Take those poles out. It's pretty simple. Not as easy as the OTG. If you want to see the easiest pop-up ever, watch my OTG video that I just posted. It'll be at the end of this video on the end screen. One thing I do always want to point out with Flagstaff. This is pretty impressive. So when you go buy a trailer, a lot of times the manuals will be online, like you have to download it, which is kind of frustrating, because if you're out camping and you can't get internet access, you're kind of screwed if you need help. But Flagstaff has 2 employees that actually put these together for every single Flagstaff you get. And I promise you, not every company does this. What's even more impressive about this is they actually have it VIN specific. So they make these little guides and manuals specific to the unit that you're buying. I've never seen another company do that. I just think it's really cool that they do it from their pop-ups all the way up to their, you know, $90,000 fifth wheels. They do not skimp out. They don't cut corners. Even if it's a pop-up, you're still going to get the same quality of customer service and quality. Really great. So we'll go outside real quick. Like I said, I'll let you know what the price is whenever we get to the end real quick. So everything is pretty standard out here. We'll start at the front. Some of them do have electric tongue jacks. Really easy to get those. One thing I do want to point out that this one has is the electric lift. So this will actually lift the whole roof up. So when I was little, I was the one that would get out, and my dad would make me crank it, and it is a lot of work. This would be like a must if I was buying a pop-up. This is huge. It makes it so easy for it to lift up, and then all you have to do is pull the beds out and put the poles underneath and inside. So it makes it way easier and a lot faster. You could plug another solar panel in here as well. So if you wanted to, it's ready to go. Get 2 batteries, have them trickle charge, stay out there for a long time. It does have the outdoor stove that I told you can take inside as well. So for your pots and pans, really nice. Got a little light right here so you could see. This does have a 9-foot awning. So good size awning. You just unzip it, and then there's the poles that you set up and stake down. It doesn't have the LED lights. Some of these pop-ups that we're getting in will have the LED lights. This one just does not have it. I want to point out, these are not the tires you would get when you buy the pop-up. They just come on a flatbed. So they put the smaller tires on, and then we switch them out whenever someone buys it. You got a plug right here. Another thing I want to point out is, see these? You know how when you set up a pop-up, you have to put these and hook them on around the entire bottom of this, which means that all of this is exposed, you know? Like, you could potentially have a child fall out of this thing in the middle of the night if you didn't secure it correctly. Flagstaff secures this whole backside. See how it's all screwed in and seamed right here? So there's no way for this to come out. So just a lot more secure, hold in the heat a little better. I love that. You got treated wood underneath, plywood instead of your particle board. Good quality. Pay attention to those things when you're looking around. They make some cheap pop-ups out there. Obviously you have your stabilizers right there. This is double layered canvas, so super high grade. You don't need to worry about the rain. You got your city water connection. This is the little port where the water will fall out of the sink when you use it. So like I said, just get a hose and it'll drain. You got your potable water, so if you dry camp and you don't have hookups, you got a fresh water tank, and like I said, it is prepped for an AC. So just get the unit, it's already prepped, and then there's your 30 amp plug, which you won't really need that unless you're running a TV or a microwave or something, or your plugs. You'll need it for your plugs. So if you want your plugs to work, you're gonna need to have a generator or shore power. But overall, really nice. As you can see, this is the 206 LTD. That's the 176 LTD. So I'll put that one at the end screen too. So if you're trying to save a little more money or you want something a little smaller, that is a fantastic unit. Let's go inside real quick. All right. So those of you that don't know, I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm at Albuquerque RV. A lot of people have bought from me through these YouTube videos. So if you ask for me, I'll take very good care of you and see what I could do. The original price on something like this, you're looking at $15,448. You come to me, ask for Tyler, I'll take good care of you. Your sale price is going to be $12,495. So super great price on this unit. And like I said, if you're looking for something maybe a little more affordable, check out the 176 LTD. It's a little less, a little smaller, but still has the same features. If you're looking for something with even less than that, you don't need all the features. It's just two of you. You don't need a lot of sleeping. Check out my OTG video. That's also going to be at the end of this video. Both of those are super great options if you're wanting to save a little extra money. Oh, one thing I wanted to point out to you guys is these. These will be on all of the pop-ups. So check it out. They give you this extra brace. You get 2 of those, and it's really nice that they do that. I've heard horror stories. You get those, and you stick them on the corners where they actually go up. I'll show you real quick, because this is actually very important. You slide those metal braces into right here. So that way, in case for some weird reason it falls, I've actually heard of people, you know, they have a pop-up and it collapses on them. You're going to have a safety mechanism to help with that, so that way you don't have any issues. Another thing I want to point out is, see, when you look around at pop-ups, usually they're only this big. The braces that the roof is being held on, they're only this big. Flagstaff double layers them up, so just keep an eye out for that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that quick tour. Something a little different. I've been doing a lot of travel trailers and tow behinds, so I wanted to show something that's more for people that are just getting out, wanting to see what they can start out with. So check out the OTG down there, check out the 176 LTD, and I'll be doing more pop-ups as we get them in. And like always, I appreciate you guys liking and subscribing, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.